Match day 2 of the English Premier League already complete. And of course, we're going to pick quick things which happened over the weekend. When we saw, we thought a London derby between West Ham United and Chelsea going to be tough. But of course, we saw Fulkrug scoring and celebrating too early for it to be chalked offside.
Yep.
And Chelsea ended up thrashing West Ham
5 goals to 1.
To 1. A game which we saw playmaker Cole Palmer miss
out because of illness.
Of course. And another big shock, not shock actually, because many expected to Syrian Tottenham to be a very tough match. And of course, once again, Tottenham winning 2 games in a row, conceding 0 goals, and in return, scoring 5 as they beat Manchester City 2 goals to nil. Anything you want to say?
No, I think Tottenham has always been a boogie team against Manchester City. Like they have always been winning regardless of how bad they look. Last season they did the same. They beat City at Etihad around 4 goals to nil. And it wasn't a shocker, but we expected Man City maybe to fight back, score at least once. They didn't. So yeah, I think they look a bit stronger. You know, it could be because of the new manager bounce kind of thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it's a new manager, new season. They've always been doing that. I remember that season where they were doing so well. They won the first like 6 or so games, and then their form started dipping. But I feel like, yeah, it's a team to reckon with. They have a good squad, Kudus and Richarlison especially, and Brennan Johnson, actually very underrated player. And I feel like, yeah, they will be in the quest to finish in the top 4. But now, maybe when the Champions League football or European football will return, that's when maybe we will ask more questions. League. They're playing in the Champions League. They won Europa League, bro.
Yes. They're in the Champions League. And of course, Sunderland starting so well, but later on they lost 2-0 to Burnley. Nobody expected that. We expected at least Sunderland to continue with their good run. Once again, I had predicted here Bukayo Saka and
Gyökeres
scoring a brace, and the Saka 1 goal at Arsenal put a 5-star performance against Leeds United. And now back to United, which is Manchester. They couldn't beat Fulham at Craven Cottage. Still, this team hasn't scored a goal. Trust you, it was an own goal. So anyway, it's okay, bro. Do not defend. I love the way you defend better than your team.
Bro, I love my team, you know. I get emotional when it comes to Manchester United. But yeah, we need to improve. That's the big word. We need to improve. We need to do better. Our performance, like the first 2 minutes of the game, we did so well. We created a few good chances. We hit the post. But then again, as time went by, we just started like getting lost in the game. The intensity reduced. And we ended up with a draw. If you'd ask me, going to at Fulham, Craven Cottage, and coming out with a point, it's still positive, but still the performance of the team wasn't as satisfying. So hopefully maybe against Burnley, that team will spark their season, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You see, United always take positive things from each and every match. With Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty. Actually, I was shocked. He's one of the best penalty takers. Then again, Everton and Brighton, 2-0 victory for the Toffees, and 2 assists for their new man,
Jack Grealish.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes you need like to go and rediscover yourself. So I think he's doing that. A great performance from him. Monday
Night Football, we saw Newcastle United, who are still unsettled, but they played so well, which doesn't count in football, as they conceded a late goal to hand Liverpool a 3-2 victory. One of the game which we had lot of talks surrounding the officiating and everything. Gordon's red card. Gravenberch failing to be sent off. He wasn't, and we saw a penalty for Newcastle United being denied. And of course, we've been talking about this thing for the longest. Are Liverpool being carried by?
We've been hearing that narrative since last season, and it was so clear in this game. Like you could see flashes of officiating that was a bit biased. I mean, so many incidents in that game. We can't even just go back and talk about it, including the additional time. Like 11 minutes.
I saw 11 minutes. I was like, who died?
Against a team that has 10 men, and at the same time, you look at it, and there was no much injuries in the second half, and I was just like, I know. it's not good for football to have that kind of officiating. It's very sad. But
Pathetic.
yeah, but you know, I think, as we always say, as long as it's a human being controlling these things, including the VAR, there's always going to be emotions driven to it. So we'll still see those errors, I'm sure.
I cannot. VAR has no error.
What do you mean?
VAR has no error. Human judgment will make the error.
Exactly, but human is
It's
the
not
one.
VAR.
It's human behind the
VAR
VAR.
will show you this player was offside, but you just go there and check and you say, I think it's offside.
Sometimes they don't even check those VAR.
Exactly, because they were not called. Now, quick one. Now, before we dive to match day 3, if United did what Liverpool did on Monday, what could have happened?
Leave alone United.
Arsenal.
Just Arsenal.
Yes.
3 red cards, 3 penalties against them, so many yellow cards. So many people hate those 2 teams, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's
When you're
jump
big.
into that.
When you're big.
When you're so popular.
Of course,
That's
early
what
kickoff, we always say
Ogopa, early kickoff.
Chelsea face Fulham, another London derby.
Wow. Looks like a tough game on paper. If you look at it, Fulham have great players. I saw them play against Man United. They still don't look as dangerous as they were last season, but they can still hurt you when they decide to. They have a manager who knows tactics. I remember he was analyzing Manchester United, how he broke Manchester United down, and I believe he can do maybe that against Chelsea. Now, the problem with Chelsea is, at the moment, they have a young squad, but they are willing to fight for the team. They are playing as a unit, and they're not lost. They don't get lost along the way. So I feel like it's gonna be a game which is tight. Maybe going directly to prediction. I don't know Cole Palmer if he will be fit for this game, but I feel like they can win maybe 3-1, 2-1 kind of victory for Chelsea.
Actually, when you take a look at the previous matches, Chelsea and Fulham, we've seen last season Chelsea lost 2-1 at home while beating Fulham.
Away from home.
Yes, 2-1 at home. So there is a possibility of a draw in this match. Possible because I watched Chelsea. They have a great team, but when is a team, when you give them a lot of space, they'll punish you. It's very simple. When you play so well and you concede, you get confused. It is the same way. Once you lead, you've even played FIFA, right? When you're just trailing by 2 goals, that is a way to destroy your mental. So if Fulham can keep Chelsea at bay, then it means they can get something out of the match. But there is a possibility of a 2-2 draw, or Chelsea picking it 2-1 victory. Yes,
still possible.
Then later on, another tough clash. Tottenham now up against Bournemouth.
On paper, actually I think Bournemouth last season they defeated Tottenham. Was it home and away? I can't really remember.
No, it was Bournemouth beat Tottenham 1-0 at home. Then return leg, it was a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw. Still the same. It's a difficult game. Bournemouth have lost a number of players, but they still are a team that always know. They have a system that they thrive in the Premier League. So I feel like this is the first time probably it's gonna be an issue for Tottenham. I don't think it's gonna be a very easy game for them, although judging from their performance against Man City and Burnley, they can pull through, and especially Richarlison is on form. So I feel like they can score maybe twice, and it's up to Bournemouth to know if they can maybe score also twice or maybe once. So I feel like it's up to Bournemouth to decide how this game is going to end. But for Tottenham, I think they can score at least 2 goals. So I feel like 2-1, 2-2. 2-1, 2-2. 2-1, 2-2.
I'm seeing Tottenham picking another victory, 3rd win in a row in the domestic league against Bournemouth. When you take a look at the way Spurs team is playing, there is a way Kudus has brought in a different dimension. They're not feeling the loss of Son. And Richarlison has also stepped up so well. Vicario also keeping 2 clean sheets in the Premier League, which means 1 against actually Manchester City. So it's massive. I'm not seeing him keeping another clean sheet this weekend, and I'm going to give Bournemouth something like 3-1. Tottenham 3-1 victory.
It's possible. It's possible.
Then our mates, Manchester United, up against their relegation rivals, Burnley.
Relegation what?
rivals.
What position is Burnley?
There
What
is a
position is
song.
Burnley?
There is at the end of the day, they're gonna come where you are. Doesn't matter.
I think at this
matter of
point,
time.
Burnley are ahead of us. Like
Yeah.
we now
Lucky.
playing a team that is a bit ahead of us
Yeah.
in the table already.
So Burnley are favorite.
It's not gonna be very easy. I said in the last video,
Yeah.
but we didn't post it, of course.
Yeah.
That every game for Manchester United is gonna be a final. I tell you, like it's not gonna be any easy for us. I feel like Burnley will bring their game. The only good thing is that we are at Old Trafford, and sometimes we turn up and But I think our coach needs to get everything right for us to get the 3 points from this game, because if he doesn't get 3 points from this game, then it's going to be trouble. A lot of pressure, because the next fixtures are just trouble. We're facing Manchester City, I guess, next after international break, and then we have Chelsea. Very, very tough fixtures. So this is a must-win game for Amorim's Man United. So I feel like if we start well, if we score early, we can add to what we scored. I don't think we are capable of keeping a clean sheet. We are so poor. Sometimes we just switch off and we concede goals. So I feel like 3-1 or 3-0. If we defend well, maybe we can win 3-0.
I beg to differ. I'm seeing a clean sheet for Burnley.
Where are you seeing?
Whoever
Which
starts.
eyes are you using to see?
United. The same eyes I used to see the previous match. No. And truth be told, I'm seeing United keeping a clean sheet and getting a win. One, I want to clarify this, United fans. I've got no issue with Manchester United squad. United have a very good squad, actually. A very good squad which can compete. My biggest concern with Manchester United is the formation. You're using totally different. I think you're playing back three, which is somehow, back three is good when you have some sharp, you play with, we call them LWB.
Wing backs,
LWB and RWB. Not full right back, because you need someone who can run, who is fast enough. Let's say like somebody like Kyle Walker, who can track back quickly. Let's talk about Hakimi, who will also track back. Now, United, when you play with back three and you come against a team which is very fast, there's a possibility you will considerably be exposed. Number two, Amorim is trying to use Bruno Fernandes out of position. I don't know why he's trying to accommodate him, or maybe he cannot bench him, something like that. Third thing, we also, even Messi sometimes will get prime Messi used to get substituted by Pep Guardiola or whoever was there, Tito Villanova. As long as you're not performing, as long as it's not your day, a coach has every right. Now you'll see
to take you off.
Between Mason Mount and Bruno, who was performing Fulham match?
I think Mason Mount played very well.
Who exited?
Of course, him.
Exactly. But now, regardless of the formation you're going to use this weekend, I feel they'll get their first win and their first clean sheet. And I'm seeing Cunha scoring in this match. So I'm giving United, Cunha and Mbeumo will score this weekend. I'm giving United a 2-0 victory.
Not bench.
Sheshko. No, they're gonna score.
Yes, to score. Anyway, it's your prediction. Probably those two can also score. They are in a very good position to score in that game.
Yes, on Sunday we have Brighton up against the Citizens.
This has always been a cracker. Brighton always bring their game when they are playing Man City. Who's at home? Of course, Brighton, yeah. At Amex is not very easy. Man City, of course, they'll be coming into this game after losing 2-0. And a wounded Man City is also a team that you can't just play against and feel like you're going to go away with 3 points or even one. So I think there's a big possibility of them bouncing back, regardless of how difficult playing at Amex is. So there's a chance also Haaland could come back to scoring ways. They could win these. Maybe 3-2 or 3-1. 3-2 or 3-1.
At the end of the day, you're seeing goals.
Yeah.
Right.
Goals galore for that game.
All right. I think in the last 6 meetings between City and Brighton have only managed to pick only one
win.
And that happened last season as they beat City at home at 2-1. Actually, last season, City failed to beat Brighton completely, losing 2-1 and also drawing. I feel City's defense will get a good test. Brighton not so good going forward, but now City's backline plus this guy. So somebody said he thought Old Trafford leaks, but there is now
There's a new Trafford that
there is
leaks
new Trafford at Etihad.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing City scoring at least 3 goals. Mamouche is there. then Haaland maybe getting a brace, and Brighton will score. So close, like something like 3-1 a victory
Very possible.
for citizens. And now the super Sunday, we'll see at Anfield, Liverpool take on Arsenal.
It is our feature match.
Yes.
Yeah, the most, like the biggest game of the weekend, and of course it's featuring two teams.
Yep.
Teams that have 100% record, 6 points each. One team has, of course, not conceded yet, which is Arsenal. Another team, especially Liverpool, they have been conceding much. The game is at Anfield, a very tough ground to go to. If you are an Arsenal fan, you know, or Arsenal player, I think, maybe for the team news, we saw, especially Arsenal side, Saka was injured.
Saka picked up
he missed that game because of hamstring, as well as
shoulder injury for
Martin Odegaard. Who else is missing? I think the rest of the guys are
Kai Havertz also is out.
Oh yeah, Kai Havertz.
Arsenal.
But the rest of the guys, especially the defense, which Arsenal like to utilize more these days, they are fit.
And now addition of Eze was signed from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, as for the Arsenal forwards.
Yeah.
So yeah, for Liverpool, I think they don't have so many injuries as well. They have everyone fit. I'm very eager to see what Vats is gonna be doing in this game, because as far as I'm concerned, an £100 million kind of player, he's not performing the way I was thinking he would. Probably still fitting in, but we are yet to judge. Like, we will have more time to see if he'll be able to deliver. Yeah. Now, Liverpool's side is fit, and maybe the records now at Anfield. Last time Arsenal won at Anfield must be
around 2012, maybe, if I'm not wrong. It's been a decade.
Yeah,
close to 2.
Yeah, that's like a poor record. But when you ask any player who's been playing at Anfield, and they'll tell you that it's not very easy. So in terms of head-to-head, you see Liverpool have a better edge. But I think the last 2 games at Anfield have ended in 1-1 and 2-2 draws, I think, right?
All of them 2-2.
All of them 2-2 draws.
Emirates 2-2, Anfield 2-2.
Yeah, and at Anfield, I think 1-1, and then the previous one was 2-2.
2-2, yes.
Oh, yeah, but now on to tactics. I think Arsenal will approach this game the way they approached the Manchester United game. They played a bit more defensively compared to when they play at home or when they play like a lesser opponent. And I feel like it's going to be an interesting match as always, because Liverpool will bring their game. They are not so solid defensively, but they are good attacking-wise. They have Ekitike, who's been scoring in every other game since he made his debut in the Community Shield. They have Salah, who's been silent, but silently with a goal and an assist so far, which looks scary, because when he will be firing, then I think Liverpool will also play so well in the coming games when he's doing well. So I think there's a big possibility of a very end-to-end kind of game, but with not so many goals. Arsenal are going to be very mean with their defense, and I feel like this game can end in a draw, over 1-1 draw.
Possible, because one thing for sure, the record speaks for itself. Last season getting a 2-2 draw, home and away, then it tells you something. And of course, there are some of the things which we expect. Arsenal missing Bukayo Saka is massive loss, because Saka has been a game changer, always playing so well on the right wing, and now we expect probably Noni Madueke to start from there. If Martin Odegaard misses out as well, then there is a possibility Mikel Arteta could throw Eze straight to the starting 11. Starting 11. Of course, the likes of Martinelli, not so impressive this season. But my biggest concern is not Bukayo Saka missing out. My biggest concern is not maybe Martin Odegaard missing out. But my biggest concern is missing out on a player like Kai Havertz. Especially now they are going to meet Konate and Van Dijk. These are 2 big players who love battles of the duels, and you see Victor Gyökeres is not the type of a player to face. He has pace, yes, of course, but then again, we needed someone who could be helping the Gunners with the duels. Either way, it's a game I'm seeing both teams failing to keep a clean sheet. There is a possibility of that 1-1 draw, or could end
Either way,
a 2-1 for any side. That will be probably my prediction. Yeah, so probably the fans watching at home, and maybe you're wondering, why did Remo pick a 1-1 draw, and why did maybe Vincent say could be 2-1 on any side? Maybe. Tell us.
Yeah, because football is very unpredictable.
Yes.
And we are just here trying to give our opinions. So you can let us know your opinions in the comment section. Yeah, that will be our predictions for the match week. Yeah. And we have, of course, our kick tip.
Yep.
We have a few players who are able to play. And yeah, the best player of the match week, guess who?
Mbeumo.
You mean Brian Mbeumo?
Mbeumo.
Right, with 15 points of the match day, but 25 overall,
Yeah.
leads the kick tip as of now, as we speak. And then number 2, we have Martin Alex, who predicted a correct score of Fulham Manchester United 1-1. That's incredible, but I know this prediction is coming in as a hater because I know he supports Arsenal. And then we had top 3, we have
Maveta, yes.
Yeah, coming in at number 3 with also 25 points. So the first 3 have 25 points, as you'll see on the screen.
Yeah.
And then let's try to bring in some other people who we were not supposed to mention, but we can.
The defending champions.
Number 4, we have dropping all the way from number 1. We have Mr. Vincent Vincenzo's, who has 21 points.
Rio because he's above me. I don't know why you're targeting me.
Oh, there is Rio at number 4.
Exactly.
And then there is
Vincenzo's
at number 5 with 21 points. And also special mentions to Josfat and Madison KE. Actually, Madison KE
got a 3-2 draw. 3-2 draw. Reminds me of my guy somewhere.
Your guy.
My guy. 3-2 win for Tottenham 2-2 draw.
Right. Yeah, Madison got 2-3 correct score for Liverpool. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. So that wraps up our top 7. Those are the guys who play.
Like more players because we have a lot of players who didn't play over the
during
weekend. We need the competition because if now people start running and you start when most of people are at 50 points, then it's hard to get them.
Yeah,
unless maybe you're competing against Remo and Martin. those are the weak links in this league.
Never ever. How is the weak link at the top? I'm lonely at the top, you know.
Bro,
anyway,
last season United were at the top.
To the kick tip, we will have it in the comment section and in the description section as well. So make sure you join and play with us. We'll share it in the Telegram channel as well. Make sure you are following us on all of our socials, especially on Telegram as well, because we give tips and every other updates that we usually have. So until after the international break, my name is Brian.
People will be Vincenzo.
And this is the Liquid Sports Show.